Hello and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a mid-monthly bit of an update reading for those born under the energy of Cancer. So I am going to be doing these readings bi-monthly now, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. It's good to have you here, and for those returning subscribers, it's good to have you back and following me on this journey. Let's see what we have here for Cancer. If this reading does resonate with you, be sure to like, share and subscribe. All the things, it does help me out a lot. And thank you also. Okay, Cancer. What we have here, 3 of Fire. Yes. Hoping, wishing, waiting for your ships to come in, being patient. Manifesting what you want and letting the universe take care of the rest. So let's see what's surrounding this energy for you, Cancer. Yes, I do feel like there's a certain serenity to this, like you have been doing some work on yourself, but there is some impatience, of course, creeping in, possibly a bit of self-doubt. That's what I'm feeling. I still get it. It's like to be patient. Things will happen where they're supposed to, whatever the situation for you may deal with. Let's see what's going on with Cancer. 5 of Wands. Possibly some conflict or arguments. This can be external or internal. Possibly it's like fighting with yourself in a way. It's like, yeah, 6 of Swords. It feels like some of the conflict, it seems it's like, should I walk away from this situation, move on? 2 of Cups. Yeah, it could be dealing with a soulmate, possibly twin flame for some. There's a lot of those energies that have been coming in lately. Tower in reverse. You want to build a strong foundation in this relationship, but it's like I'm feeling this is like inner conflict, and it's like questioning yourself if you should walk away, move away. Are you wasting your time on this? It's like you've been waiting for so long. But this card can't speak of wanting to have a balanced, loving relationship, something that you want to build on, something that you want to rebuild in your life, is what I usually get from this Tower in reverse. It's trying to build a strong foundation with someone, but you're still in a position of waiting for your ships to come in. Like, this is, I believe, is what's creating this internal conflict. It's like, you know, should I stop investing so much of myself in this and walk away? Someone that you obviously love very much, and it seems like they're going to be worth the wait, but if you're wanting to wait for this to eventuate or not, it seems like that's what the conflict is. Yeah, figured as much. Knight of Wands in reverse. Lack of communication. There's no communication, there's no information for you to help make these decisions. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, this card I kept getting on the top there wants to come out. 2 of Pentacles is putting you in an unbalanced state because there is no communication. That's why, yeah, it's a lot of, I feel it's like internal conflict here. It's a feeling like you want to move away, at least from these conflicting emotions, and try and find peace within yourself, trying to find that balance. You know, trying to stay in a calm and relaxed state so you can manifest what you really want. And it definitely seems like this Two of Cups is what you definitely want with this person. Let's see what else we have here for you, Cancer. Knight of Cups. So this very much could be dealing with, you might have this communication coming in towards the end of January, and it's going to be a romantic offer or gesture. I feel this is more on the other person's side than for you. It can be on your side, but I feel also things are in place for a reason, and it's like there's nothing more you can do in this situation. It's like you just need to, whatever this other person, it could be someone else is coming out from a lot of conflict and a destructive relationship, and that's possibly why you're waiting still for communication, is because maybe they just don't know how to communicate to you at this moment. They're probably in a quite unbalanced state also, feeling like they can't communicate and move forward, but it does seem like things will start to progress, you know, where these dark clouds, but it is going to, sun's starting to come out, the rain is starting to clear, and there is some positive movement coming in. I'm feeling it's like it might actually take you by surprise. It's like, sort of like, it's like going to break you out of a bit of a trance in a way. It's like, oh, it's okay, it's happening now. Okay, now I've got to. Okay, now I've got to do this. And it's like, oh wait, yeah. Let's just get off my mat for a moment. It's like I've been sitting here for so long waiting. You know, it's like I feel like it's going to be a bit of a surprise when it does happen for some of you. Let's see. Yeah, so the shadow side, which also is relating to the devil in the traditional tarot, so a lot of shadow work is being done. I also feel like this is why this communication hasn't taken place, because there has been a lot of toxic energies. It could be some of those energies have been creeping in on your side too, especially if you have a very strong and spiritual connection with the person. You could be picking up on a lot of their energies, and I feel also it's like you're being careful on what energy you're sending out, because sometimes you're feeling nervous with this internal conflict, and it can be projecting this onto the other person also and making them more confused. Oops. And I just kept shuffling through, I don't even know why, but Six of Pentacles, so we'll bring that out. But it seems like there will be balance restored in this. It seems there's toxic energies out there that needed to be dealt with. A lot of shadow work. I'm feeling this is from the other person that you're dealing with here. The overall energy here, High Priest, so this is a long-term committed relationship that you want to build with this person. If you're not in it already, it seems like this will begin to eventuate. At least you'll start seeing the initial communication, and this will be heartfelt communication too. It seems like they weren't in a place where they can communicate this to you. I do feel like this energy has been a lot more on the other person's side, and it's also possibly you've been picking it up and it's caused you internal conflict is what I'm getting. But it does seem like there will be balance restored in this situation. There will be even give and take once these energies have been dealt with. I'm also getting it's like there's been a state of bondage. There could have been another person involved here and they've felt bound to them in one way or another. Either it could have something to do with money, business, things like that. It could be I'm getting like this is something they pinned a lot of their hopes on, and they've put so much into it, so it's very difficult to move on from, and it's caused them a lot of conflict. But it's, yeah, they're dealing with a karmic situation. and basically, yeah, it's a lot where you have to be in a calm and stable space, watching your thoughts and emotions that are coming up. Your main advice is to use your intuition. So really go inside, and that will help. If you are considering moving on from a situation, really to think about it from a more intuitive space. Cancerians, of course, are very intuitive, one of the most intuitive signs. So it's really speaking to you, like, in your heart what is true, and that's what you need to be basing the decisions on, especially when you're dealing with a very strong, possibly a soulmate or spiritual connection with someone. And yeah, this lack of communication has caused unbalance that I'm feeling for this other person. They've been going through some very difficult things that they've had to work through. And this is all about dealing with a long-term relationship. Possibly they have been in a relationship they pinned a lot of hopes on to be long-term, and it's like they chose the wrong person. And it's cost them. It's like the universe has a way of putting things right if something is wrong. So whatever you've been sending out, it's like you've put what you want out to the universe, and it will happen when the time is right and no sooner. Basically, it needs to be balanced. There's a lot of that I was speaking of in the last reading, I suppose. I don't actually watch my own readings, and I barely remember them, but I do remember that I was speaking a lot about that. So let's get some bit of love advice here. What is the advice for Cancer? It seems definitely dealing with a relationship, possibly with someone else that you're hoping to manifest with. So what is the advice for Cancer going forward? This one, Trilogy of Light. So let's read this one here for you. The image on this card symbolizes the template of creation. Abstract energy, spiraling into formation, drops down into consciousness. If you have chosen this card today, be aware that the wheel is set in motion. An abstract idea you've had floating around in your subconscious is about to surface in your conscious mind. Pay attention to new ideas over the coming days. One of these ideas is the seed for the beginning of something completely new. So yeah, very much follow your intuition. Go inside, you'll be able to find the answers. But whatever you've been manifesting is being created. It is already in motion. And it's just a matter of time. You may feel like you want to move forward in this, but it's also, like I was saying in the previous reading, I do remember that trying to move forward to someone that's still dealing with very negative, toxic energies can get reflected back onto you, and that will cause... It's like basically if I turn this card upside down, that's what it would basically end up with. It's just a lot of patience involved here. If you do feel like you're wanting to move on, use your intuition and find what your truth really is. If you're going to do so, then you do it for the right reasons, and not because it's like it's too hard, I'm just going to give up sort of thing. It's like, what do you really believe? How do you really feel about this person is what you've got to ask yourself. Are they the one I want to spend my life with, with a long-term committed relationship? Is this person someone I want to have family with? All those things. You already know. You just got to be honest with yourself. And basically, this is manifesting. And it's just a matter of just watching the horizon, waiting for that ship to come in. And it does seem like It will come, whatever this communication you're waiting for, and it will be in a romantic sense. This cup will be offered. I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. Yeah, it does speak. This will balance itself, but it's a part of you also to remain in a balanced state. I think it's a lot about letting go of negative emotions as well, Cancer, and just being positive about the future, manifesting what you want. What is that life that you want? That's what you need to concentrate on, and that's what you need to focus on. The positive aspects. If you can see yourself with this person, how do you see yourself with this person? Imagine that life. Imagine the feeling of how wonderful it is when they do come in. That's what you need to be sending out. It's time to let go of the internal conflict one way or another. Move on or stay, whichever the case may be. But just be sure you're doing it for the right reasons and you're doing the right thing for yourself. Have faith. Well, Cancer, I do hope you enjoyed the reading, and hopefully I'll get the February ones out tomorrow, and I'll be doing a special love reading for the full moon. It's going to be a lot of really hardcore energies there, so that's going to be very interesting. So stay tuned for that one, I guess. But until then, take care.